As children, many of us believed in Santa Claus, not because of empirical evidence or personal encounters, but because our parents told us he existed. That was enough for us. This belief was reinforced each Christmas morning as we found gifts under the tree, attributed to the jolly man in the red suit who, we were told, had traveled from the North Pole on a magical sleigh to deliver presents to well-behaved children. The logistics didn't matter. We accepted the story without question. If Santa could deliver toys to every child in the world in one night, or if reindeer could fly, the answer was always the same. It's magic. As children, the simplicity of this explanation was comforting. We didn't need to understand the complexities of time zones or aerodynamics. The magic of Santa filled the gaps in our understanding of how things worked, and as long as we behaved and stayed on the nice list, we would be rewarded. On the flip side, those on the naughty list would receive nothing, a powerful motivator for children to behave, even if we didn't fully comprehend how Santa managed to keep track of us year-round. The idea of Santa and the notion of being watched, judged, and ultimately rewarded or punished for our actions is rooted in something much deeper than just a holiday tradition. It subtly introduces children to a belief system that shapes their worldview. The idea that an unseen force is constantly watching and evaluating our actions, determining whether we are worthy of rewards or punishments. This belief, while fun and innocent in childhood, is part of a broader human experience, where magic and faith often fill the gaps in understanding. As we mature, many of us abandon the belief in Santa Claus, realizing that our parents were behind the gifts all along. Yet, for many, this belief doesn't disappear entirely. It is replaced by another. Instead of a magical being from the North Pole, people place their faith in an all-seeing divine being, a God who watches over humanity from a celestial realm. Much like Santa, this God promises rewards, but in the form of eternal life in a place called heaven, provided we stay on the nice list by living good, moral lives. To an impartial observer, the transition from believing in Santa to believing in God may seem strikingly similar. Both figures are invisible, both operate in realms we cannot see or fully understand, and both reward good behavior while punishing wrongdoing. The belief in an all-powerful, unseen force watching our every move persists long after childhood, shaping the way we live our lives and interact with the world. But where did this need for belief originate, and why is it so deeply embedded in human society? Fictional realities, the foundations of human cooperation. To understand the persistence of belief systems like those surrounding Santa Claus and God, it's important to explore the concept of fictional realities, constructs of the human imagination that help us make sense of the world and coordinate our actions with others. Anthropologist Yuval Noah Harari introduces this concept in his work, explaining that humans are unique in their ability to create and believe in shared myths, which in turn allow us to cooperate in large groups. These myths, while not empirically true, are incredibly powerful and serve as the foundation for human societies. Take, for example, money. In the physical world, a dollar bill is just a piece of paper. But in the collective imagination of human society, it holds immense value. We have all agreed that money is worth something, and this shared belief enables complex economies and trade. Without this shared belief, money would be meaningless. After all, a dollar means nothing to a dog or a lion, and even our closest primate relatives, chimpanzees, have no concept of currency. Yet in human society, money is real because we believe it to be so. Another example of a fictional reality is the concept of nations. The world is divided into countries, each with its own borders, government, and identity. But nations are not physical entities. They don't exist in the same way that mountains or rivers do. They are constructs of the human imagination, made real by our collective belief in them. The United States, for example, exists because we believe it does. If everyone in the US were to disappear tomorrow, the nation would cease to exist in any meaningful sense. Nations are real only because we think they are real, and they exist only in the minds of people. Belief in God, much like belief in Santa Claus, is another example of a fictional reality. For many, belief in a higher power provides a framework for understanding life's biggest questions. Why are we here? What happens after we die? What is the meaning of life? These questions are difficult, if not impossible, to answer definitively, and in the absence of clear answers, belief in God provides comfort and guidance. For believers, God offers explanations for the mysteries of existence, just as Santa Claus once explained how gifts appeared under the Christmas tree. The God of the gaps, bridging the unknown. Throughout human history, belief in God or gods has often served to explain phenomena that we do not fully understand. This is sometimes referred to as the God of the gaps argument. Wherever there is a gap in human knowledge, belief in God steps in to fill the void. In ancient times, for example, natural disasters like earthquakes or plagues were often attributed to the actions of gods. Without scientific knowledge to explain these events, people turned to the supernatural to make sense of the world around them. As science has progressed, many of the gaps once filled by belief in God have been explained by natural processes. We now understand that earthquakes are caused by tectonic shifts, not the wrath of a deity. Diseases are caused by pathogens, not divine punishment. However, even as science has expanded our understanding of the natural world, belief in God persists. For many, religion is less about explaining the physical world and more about providing moral guidance, community, and a sense of purpose. The persistence of belief in God, even in the face of scientific explanations, speaks to the deep psychological and social functions that religion serves. Just as the belief in Santa Claus encourages children to behave well in the hope of receiving rewards, belief in God often provides a moral framework that encourages people to act in ways that benefit society. Religion offers a set of values and guidelines that help individuals navigate the complexities of life, and in doing so, it plays a crucial role in maintaining social order. The utility of belief, uniting people through shared myths. One of the most significant roles that belief systems play in human society is their ability to unite people under a common framework. Whether the belief is in Santa Claus, God, or something else entirely, shared myths help bring people together, fostering cooperation and social cohesion. In this sense, belief systems have a powerful utility. They enable large groups of people to work together toward common goals, something that would be impossible if everyone operated purely on their individual beliefs and desires. Harari refers to this as the fictional reality that underpins human societies. These shared beliefs allow us to transcend our biological limitations and form complex, organized communities. For example, the belief in money allows millions of people to engage in trade and build economies, even though money itself is nothing more than an agreed-upon concept. Similarly, belief in nations allows people to identify with a larger group and work together to achieve collective goals, whether building infrastructure, defending against external threats, or developing cultural institutions. Religion, too, serves this purpose. It offers a shared narrative that helps people make sense of their lives and the world around them. It provides moral guidelines that encourage cooperation and discourage harmful behaviors, and it fosters a sense of belonging as people who share the same beliefs come together to form communities. In this way, belief systems are not just about personal faith. They are about creating a cohesive social structure that enables human society to function. Belief and reality, navigating the line between faith and fact. While belief systems like religion and national identity serve important societal functions, they also have limitations. One of the challenges of belief is that it can sometimes hinder critical thinking and scientific inquiry. When gaps in knowledge are filled with supernatural explanations, there may be less motivation to seek empirical answers. This can lead to stagnation in the pursuit of knowledge, as people rely on faith rather than investigation to explain the world around them. At the same time, it's important to recognize that belief systems are not inherently bad or irrational. They serve a psychological and social purpose, providing comfort, meaning, and a sense of order in a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain. The key is to approach belief with a sense of humility and openness, recognizing that while belief systems can offer guidance, they are not absolute truths. This is where the comparison between belief in Santa Claus and belief in God becomes particularly illuminating. Both beliefs start in the mind, constructed through stories passed down from generation to generation. They serve to fill gaps in understanding and provide a framework for how we engage with the world. But at their core, they are beliefs, ways of thinking that help us navigate the unknown, but that do not necessarily reflect empirical reality. Conclusion: embracing belief without losing sight of truth. In the end, belief is a powerful tool for making sense of the world, whether that belief is in Santa Claus, God, or any other shared narrative. These beliefs help us navigate the complexities of life, offering explanations where none exist, fostering social cohesion, and providing moral guidance. However, it is essential to recognize that beliefs are just that, beliefs. They are constructs of the human imagination, shaped by culture, psychology, and social needs. As we grow and learn, it's important to balance belief with critical thinking, embracing the power of fictional realities while also remaining open to new knowledge and understanding. Whether it's the magic of Santa Claus or the divine presence of God, belief is a testament to the creativity and resilience of the human mind, helping us find meaning and purpose in an ever-changing world.